If I told the truth and you got hurt by it, I can't apologize.
Why?
I absolutely refuse to do that.
What is stopping the goodness in me?
Because then I would be lying. I'm never sorry when I tell someone the truth. When
we have every right intention to spread truth, but our own rhetoric is used against us to call us hateful, to say that we're anti-Semitic, or to say that we're self-hating, or we've been broken, and all of the things, Uncle Tom's, where ultimately, like, and we said this in our last session, and I say this here, where I don't see in our exchange of energy and even discourse, I don't see someone hateful. I don't see someone with an agenda to whatever they think your agenda is. I see someone who's really trying to help and educate people, someone who's brilliant and wants everyone else to read what she's read, knows what she knows. But like me, like you, when you can say something that offends someone and someone's emotions get involved, then that becomes the story. That becomes the attack on Candace Owens, opposed to your ultimate mission where you were really just trying to help people. So what I learned through the process is, and it's funny, as a father, I learned this and deal with this with my son, is like when you start throwing rocks and someone gets hit by a rock that you weren't intending to hit with that rock, you still gotta apologize. You still have to understand the power in which you have. Your voice is so strong. The words, the knowledge that you have, that if you, not even if you say it wrong, if you say it correctly, they're gonna dice it up and use it for evil. And in that sense, if you want to continue the mission of good, if you want to continue the mission of God, you have to you gotta rise to a higher frequency and say, you know what? I apologize that I hurt you. And
see, I can't do that. If I told the truth and you got hurt by it, I can't apologize.
Why?
I absolutely refuse to do that.
What is stopping the goodness in me?
Because then I would be lying. I am never sorry when I tell someone the truth. I'm never sorry when I tell someone the truth. No.
You're a mother. You're a mother.
I'm a mother, yeah.
And you know your children's feelings.
We're not dealing with children. That's the problem. We're dealing with adults.
Yeah.
So the idea of me apologizing, and this is funny because I was texting earlier with Ray J. He saw a clip of me and Don Lemon, and he was saying,
that's a hilarious clip. Just you texting with Ray J.
And Don Lemon was looking for an apology. Oh, this clip. Oh. Yeah. And Don Lemon was looking for an apology.
So the word you said was right?
Yeah.
Is that exactly the word? So what did you mean by that? You think it's okay to say the word, to call people a to their face?
No, actually I said words have meaning. And so when you start allowing the perverts to dictate speech, then words just have to go away. And as I said in that clip, when I was growing up and I was reading English novels, when people say you're walking through the woods to get a faggot, it meant a bundle of sticks. And then they said you can no longer say this word that has a real meaning, right? A bundle of sticks, because some pervert took that and threw it as an epithet towards gay people. I think that's actually, that's a wrong way of thinking, because then what you're doing is you're allowing perverts to dictate society. So I don't like the death of the English language because people are getting offended. So that's like, I could pick any word. I could say, plant. And from now on, every time I see a gay guy, I'm gonna be like, he's a total plant. And then eventually they say you can't say plant anymore. It's like, no, this is a real word that has meaning. Attack the person who's perverting the word, but you don't suddenly disappear a word and you say you can no longer say it, or you can no longer read these Virginia Woolf novels because the word has been perverted. I think that's a backwards way of thinking.
You can read Virginia Woolf novels. And the only people I know who are trying to ban books, Virginia Woolf, and other books that even say the N-word, I mean, it's conservatives. That's who's trying to do it. I don't think that you should be banning books. But I do know, Candace, that language evolves over time. And when people say that word to me, they're not calling me a cigarette.
Obviously, that's the point. It has a context. So if you want to punish that person because they're saying that offensively, that, if you feel that this person, but it's not fair to then say to everybody else who's not using that word that this word has now been banned. I just think that's ridiculous, Yeah. That's my point.
Yeah,
I don't think that you can suddenly say go backwards and delete words that had real meaning because someone has perverted it, because then it never stops. It just becomes constantly having to update the language for people's feelings. And I don't think that we should be doing that.
So you would never call me a to my face, right?
Well, why would I just randomly call you a but Ray J, I guess, was saying that he knew some trans women, and I'm like,
He has a whole trans network.
And it's just whatever he's doing there, to me, is demonic. It's demonic. It's because it's a lie. Okay, and so I was like, yes, let's have a conversation. Of course, respectfully. If you say to me you should respect people, I always respect people. I would disrespect you if I lied to you. I'm not going to call a man a woman. I'm not going to call a woman a man. I'm not going to say sorry for telling the truth.
Your beliefs.
It's not my belief. A woman cannot be a man. A man cannot be a woman. It's not a belief.
But I'm saying in your perception of the world is different from someone else's perspective. Because just as emphatic as you are, that you believe what you just said, there's someone that believes emphatically the opposite. Okay, so what you're talking about is the idea that everything can be subjective and there's no such thing as truth. And let me tell you why that. But that's why it's either a yes or a no. No, because we're either talking about feelings or facts.
No, but that's what I'm saying. I believe there is objective truth. Okay.
Okay.
A person that is born a man, okay, a person that is born with a penis, as we call it, okay, cannot ever grow up and give birth. Do we agree with that?
Yes.
Okay, so there is such thing as an objective truth.
What do you think about same-sex marriage?
It's a sin.
You think it's a sin? So you think I'm sinful?
What's that?
You think I'm sinful because I'm married to a man?
Yeah.
You do?
Yes, you're sinning. You are in a sinful relationship. I actually don't believe marriage can be between two men. I will not apologize for sharing objective truth. I'm not going to apologize for not saying because his feelings are hurt and do you see how I feel? Because
so you have no problem going throughout the world hurting people's feelings.
I have no problem going out the world. That's one way to pitch it. Telling people the truth so they can better their lives. So they can live in reality and not the ones, not the fantasy land that they're creating for their lives. But what if someone believes
that is a better life for them?
Okay, well, let's play it your way then. Let's do it the other way. There are a group of people who are now referring to themselves as minor attracted people.
Oh, I knew you was can't go there.
Hey, but that's what they believe. They believe that they are in love and want to have sex with children. They believe that, Nick. They believe it. And are you going to apologize when you call them pedophiles? Are you going to apologize, Nick? Are you going to have them on your podcast? Don't you understand how they feel on the inside when you say that they can't have sex with 8-year-olds?
That is a hell of a point.
It is. The slippery slope is not a fallacy, it is reality. We are living the slippery slope. So somebody's gonna have to produce the wall. There's gonna be a lot of voices that need to be objective and tell people the truth. I'm very happy to be those voices. If you're looking for me to, make you feel good, I can't be your mommy. I can't. That's why I tell people, I can't be your mommy.
But see, that's what I was like. It's too
I'm not your mommy, you're not a toddler, you're an adult.
But see,
this is what truth is, and if you can't deal with truth, then you're going to have a very tough life, way tougher than having to listen to Candace Owens say, you are a man on the internet.
So, but again, in your ultimate goal, what is your ultimate goal?
For my children to grow up in a world that is still dictated by reality and not feelings, because that's the thing, we are passing this world off. So you have to appreciate that we're now the adults. We're the adults in the room, right? And right now we have a bunch of adults who are too scared to even say the truth. So forget the generations who had to find within themselves the strength to go to a foreign country and potentially die fighting for freedom. We're now a generation where it's so easy for us to preserve freedom. It's so easy for us to preserve righteousness. We just have to be willing to be called mean names on the internet and have mean articles written about me.
From my understanding, there was some information that you put out there specifically about the Jewish community that, again, where you were asked to apologize or the entire group was asked to distance themselves from you. And that was kind of the first, that as I saw, the divide of Public Enemy, to where they had to go on and continue to be an entertainment group. And you stuck to your guns and said, I'm Griff, I'm Professor Griff, I will always be the Minister of Information, and I'm not gonna apologize. So I'll step away and be myself and allow you guys to go on. Please expound on that and just enlighten us all on how it really happened, because that's how I saw it, and that's what I was told, but I would love to hear firsthand what really happened with, one, what was actually said,
Okay.
why they asked you to apologize. And I mean, I didn't even know there's some subtext and some other characters like the Leo Coens who were a part of that process.
Right. And the Bill Adlers.
Yeah. And so please just break it down from how it happened and to where we are today.
Well, let's break it down, and let's break it down in small bits where people can actually get it.
Right.
Like a lot of people that are coming into consciousness, where they are right now. I sat at the elders of the Dr. Benz and the John Henry Clarks and the Professor Jeffries, Professor Smalls, Shashi McIntyre, and a few other people I could mention. Now I'm there, physically there,
Right.
not YouTubing it.
There was no YouTube back then. Yeah.
You had to physically go there, write the notes, study.
Maybe get a VHS tape or something
Right,
like
and
that.
if you had 5 of them in your you
Yeah.
was making a whole lot of noise on the train. I'm saying,
Right.
All right, so to my understanding, now I want to thank Khalid El Hakim from the Black History 101 Mobile Museum. He had set up a talk with a rabbi.
Right.
This is recently.
Right.
So, and I'm in front of a room full of Jewish people,
Right.
and I'm asking basic questions, and maybe you can help me out.
Right.
So let's look up the word anti-Semitic.
Right.
Who are the Semitic people? And then we're gonna get to the public enemy thing.
Right.
So I looked up who is the Semitic people, and there's a list of Semitic people, and anyone can do this right now. You can look up who are the Semitic people, what are the Semitic languages.
Right.
Has absolutely nothing to do with any white people.
Right.
Not at all. So in order for me to be anti-Semitic, I'd have to be anti-black man, anti-black woman, anti-black people, anti-Africa, anti-all of the people
Because the Semitic people
are black people.
are black people. So y'all get that clarity. We're gonna say that again.
Now-
The Semitic people are black people.
So I cannot be anti-Semitic. Now, what do they really use the phrase anti-Semitic to do? That's the thing.
To divide us.
And then it happened, something happened, and I felt so bad that I cried and cried. Yes, I felt so bad, 'cause I really tried.
I don't think there's anyone who's not aware of, the conflict and ultimately the pain that I caused. And I said it a few times. I've offered up, and I know it's actually Hebrew scripture, to ask for forgiveness once, twice, 3 times,
Right.
and then they have to forgive you.
That's correct.
So
The
I know-
Talmud,
the Talmud,
which
you have
gets
to forgive me.
often gets
Rabbi.
a bad rap from certain people, but the Talmud says the way it works.
So it is a must that you forgive me, but in all sincerity, because I actually don't like apologies, because I feel like apologies are empty, because in that sense you can say sorry as many times, but if you don't learn, if you're not corrected, and then you move forward, there's no growth, there's no healing. So that's why, and we'll get into this right now, and forgive me for my long-windedness, but that's why I felt like I'd rather sit down with someone of your stature to really correct me. So I believe more than saying I'm sorry, which I am. I'm sorry for causing pain, hurt to people. But I need to learn how not to do that anymore. In a very charismatic, and maybe we could have did it, like we did it in a very pastoral way, where it was like anti-Semite, you break down Semitism, which is Sem means Shem, and
Right.
Shem and Ham were Noah's lineage. Like we know these things when I've studied these things. So all to say, there's a commonality. I believe, and maybe I'm wrong, and that's what we could tap into, because I felt like so many people got hurt when I said that, the true Hebrews, and it wasn't, maybe I shouldn't have used the true, and then if there's Hebrew blood that I believe is flowing through my body and Hebrew blood that's flowing through your body, that doesn't separate us. That doesn't cancel you out. That makes us brothers. That's why I sit here and say my brother or my sister, because I'm finding commonality.
People say to me, okay, so how do you deal with all this hate? I don't care. But literally, I don't care. It's like, I really hope people listening to this understand, before you even write that comment, how little of a shit I give about it. Like, I want you to know that when you're writing it, whatever about her, I just don't care. And it shocks people because you know why? I live my life with real truth, right? I have a husband who loves me. I have 3 healthy children. I am close with my sisters. My cousin's here. She does my makeup. Like, the Bible kind of gets it right. If you start living by the Bible, you will have this same confidence. You will find the audacity. You will realize this is not it. So you might as well contribute truth, because you're going to meet your maker. You are going to meet your creator one day. And your creator is not, whatever organization, the SBL, I think I'm on the SBLC's list, the ADL list. I just don't care, right? They shouldn't put together these lists. They shouldn't waste their time putting me on their list, because I literally don't give a shit, And so that's why they hate me the most, because they know I don't fear them. I fear telling a lie. That's what I fear. That's my fear in life.
Wow. So, and people's feelings don't matter to you whatsoever.
I'm just not their mommies.
What's your thoughts? Please be respectful with your comments. Also, please click the like, click the notification bell, and subscribe to this channel.
Listen, Genesis chapter 11 verse 10 explains the genealogy of Shem. Shem was a black man in Africa. If you repeat this back, Genesis 14 verse 13, Abraham steps on the scene. Being a descendant of Shem, which is a fact, means Abraham too was Abraham, born in the city of a black man called Nimrod, grandson of Ham. Ham had 4 sons. One was named Canaan. Here, let me do some explaining. Abraham, Isaac was Jacob had 12 sons. For real, and these were the children of Israel. According to Genesis chapter 10,